Leave it to me. Already on it.
Ah, yes, there you are. As governor and under the auspices of the Valian Trading Company, please allow me to officially welcome you to Port Maje. Apologies for that little drama outside. These are confusing times, and people often react poorly to uncertainty. Between the storm, the pirates, and the, well, certain strange events, we are all a little on edge. A few, well, quite a few people here in Port Maje claim to have seen a giant of some kind during the storm. I would call it a flight of fancy, but unless something has tainted every well in the region, I do not think it can be ignored. But then, the Deadfire is a land full of such things. You must have heard the stories. You'll find good company among the Dawn Stars here in town. They have all manner of theories concerning the behemoth. Now, to the matter of your ship. You're stranded, are you? It was a rough landing by all reports. Unfortunately, our own ships are in no condition to sail. We've had dealings with the pirates ourselves. They've taken their share of supply ships. The storm saw to those berthed in the harbor. All that said, I believe I may have a solution, provided you're willing to help me in turn. Indeed, which means I can spare you, whereas I cannot spare the guards. I have the guards on the lookout for pirate vessels looking to take advantage of whatever damage the storm caused. We've cannons enough to see them off, but I need every man ready to use them. There is a site of some considerable value elsewhere on the island. A value to the trading company, you understand. In point of fact, it's the very reason any of us are here. You're familiar with the luminous Adra trade? It's also quite valuable. When refined, it sells for considerable sums. The trading company has invested a lot of time and money into locating sites suitable for mining and processing. Valuable enough to make sailing across the world seem like a sound investment. We, and I hope you understand that these matters require some discretion, have one such outpost on the other side of the island. A successful venture up until very recently. We sought to improve the refinement process. To that end, we hired some of the brightest minds in the field of animancy and brought them out here to lend their expertise. And then one evening, a storm rolls in out of nowhere, and my scouts begin to report that a giant has marched its way across the island towards my dig site. What am I to make of that? We haven't heard from Mestre Odorisi since, nor any of his assistants, or the workers. I must know what has happened. If Odorisi, if his work is lost, then everything that we have worked for is at risk. Which is where you come in. You need a ship, I need information. See to this for me, and I'll set half the town to work. We'll patch up your ship, and you'll be free to go on your way. Why, take his report on the situation and remind him that he's under certain contractual obligations. And relay my deep relief at his good health, of course. The Huana storm speakers should have kept the worst of the weather at bay. I can't imagine what else might have happened. There are wild beasts on the island, but they wouldn't have attacked an active dig site. Gillard, then we are agreed. I will assign men to keep watch over your ship. You will find the dig site on the eastern side of the island. I'll mark it on your map here. One more thing. If you should recover Odoris's notes, know that they would be of great value to me.
Yeah? Uh-huh.
Just say the word. I don't think so.
Hmm?
Just say the word. Let's see what's in here, as promised. Consider it done. I'm on it. Not a problem.
You have to do something. Any of us could be next.
Oh? I cannot imagine who might wish to harm you, Mestre. Per complanca. Don't tell me you're here to complain, too. The virus. Are they recruiting right off the docks? You would think the Juana were storming the Kraken's Eye as we speak. A fight, Mestre. One of the Juana women attacked a merchant. He has come out the worse for it. Now every nationale in town wets himself in terror of losing his coin to the Aumaua. We would bring in the thief, but Clario would not have us march into the village and defend Ikawa. Much longer, and I do not think any of us will have a choice in the matter. If you wanted the details of it, speak to Rinko himself. He will delight in telling you the tale.
I'm keeping Papa company till he's better.
Consider it done. Who's there? Ori, is that you? Wait, who are you?
I know exactly how he feels. And I beat up a lot of folks just the same way.
Come to laugh? Madiko, this would not have stood in Ozia. These Juana, they are an unreasonable people. I was enjoying a night of cards when one of them attacked me, out of nowhere. I had not spoken a word to her, the mad devil. Look what she did to me, my ear. When the fighting is over, she takes my coin purse and strides away, bold as anything. Madiko, she was not even playing. There I am, counting my winnings, and suddenly a giantess grabs my shoulder. Perhaps I said something then, but she struck the first blow. The governor lets the Juana do as they please, and this is the result. I should be out there, helping to find our people. My wife, Zenetta, she is out there, and Listen, I am without other means. She took my coin purse, my wages. How am I to pay the governor? How am I to feed my son? That woman should be in the stocks. The guards do nothing. But you've heard me out at least. Do me the kindness of retrieving that coin purse, and I will give you what I can spare. They call her Mokeha. I imagine she is back in her village, feeling proud of herself, no doubt. Follow the road as it bends north, then west. You can't miss it. A pile of sticks and straw.
Accept the light, and you shall be redeemed.
Sei futtito! Madicchio, I did not sign up to be burned!
This flame is not for purification. It is for illuminating the darkness. Sanctification comes only as a result of your journey. But the light will guide your way. Aethys has returned at last, but it's not too late to redeem ourselves.
As surely as my fingers are webbed, I tell you, gone, never left.
Sakes alive, Wanglis. Ain't we got more pressing matters to attend to than a baptism? We just missed one of the biggest reap-ins of all time. What about the souls that need us?
Do not push me on this, you wayward child. You'd leave the living forlorn to service the dead?
Here, I'll light them all at once. Now that we're right with our God, can we please see about helping the people I dreamed died? Those souls ain't gonna reap themselves. I'm guessing you're not here for the baptism. I knew it! Gon's been calling me here. Left the breadcrumbs in my dreams. I need to get inland. If you're going, I could help you. Swear on my soul. Oh, hell. Now where are my manners? I'm Shodi, child of the Dawn Stars and priestess to Gon, at your service. Darn right I am. Why? You know an awful lot about Gon? I think you mean he's all what's left. You did hear, Aethys died, yeah? When summer and spring have passed us on, well, that just leaves us autumn and winter and Gon. You think I'm addled? A little touched in the head? Figure I'm a bit unorthodox, but that doesn't mean I'm wrong.
More than unorthodox, it's profane.
There are souls needing their last rites. I ought to shine them the light, else they might get lost.
Enough nonsense, Jyoti. No one knows if anyone's even died. You've no business going in there, risking your own safety, risking our mission.
Wanglith, you guide the living and I guide the dead. Gon bids it and I dreamed it. Leave it be. We all serve our purposes. So what's yours? So you can see souls? That's a handy talent to have. I know my harvesting would benefit from it. And here you are, following my God. Watcher, will you take me with you? Reckon I'm good with wounds, both inflicting and healing them up. Me and my brethren may not see eye to eye, but they'll all admit I'm sturdier than a weed and just as stubborn. I won't die on you, before it's my time. I got an eye for stages, life and death and in between. Like progressing forward, or sometimes backwards. It's all just change happening in different states. Plus, gruesome doesn't bother me.
Guess her skills had something, I suppose.
Sounds like a vote of confidence to me. Well, what's it to be? I know an offer rare as hen's teeth when I hear it. Yeah, I'm taking it. You won't regret this.
Hey.
At least take care, child. Come back to us in one piece. If not for my sake, then Samhain's.
So don't tell her. What the High Priestess doesn't know won't hurt her. Happy to oblige.
The children of the Dawn Stars. I wondered if we'd run into them down here. There's someone I used to know, just an old friend. Came out here to settle with them last I heard. Maybe we should ask around, see if she's still out here. Might be she can help us.
Just a friend, huh?
Oh, well, both grew up in Gilded Vale, same temple. All right, all right. We used to, you know. She was real loud, too. Used to have to cover her mouth or she'd get the dog howling in the next room. I knew you'd understand. You're gonna like her. I got a good feeling. Can do.
You watch over her, you hear? That's one of ours whose fate you've taken into your hands.
For God's sake, I don't need Nanny in Wanglith. I've reaped more with my 2 hands than you'll dream in a lifetime.
And you've pride in that? Do you see why she needs guarding? You must shield her light. Do not let her lose it or her life. Do you seek a blessing from the light? If it's a fellow missionary you seek, then you might talk with Nordegand at the temple in Nekataka. She's been around a while, knows more of us than most anyone else.
Already on it.
A giant? Thomas mad.
Maybe. There are strange things out there.
You cannot think it is really one of the gods.
No, but a weapon perhaps.
Merla, I hope not.
Sorry, we haven't any rooms for you. Guessing you're the one came in off that shipwreck down south. Not sure if that's good luck or bad, but here, I figure you deserve a drink. No secret to it. We haven't had a new ship in port since the storm rolled through. And yet, here's a stranger in my tavern. Guess you haven't exactly seen the prettier side of the place since you landed, right? It's the only town on the island, if you don't count Sarahuzi, little Juana village out west. Really is a decent place most days. Good trade, and plenty of money rolling in from Claudio's investors. Damn sight quieter than back home. But I don't have to tell you about the Deerwood. Ain't right doing business sober. I could fix that for you. Moquejo? That'll be the Juana the poor fool got into a dust-up with, I expect. Yeah, I saw it. Made a real mess, they did. The two of them were having a game of cards, far as I could see. Guess things between them soured in a hurry. I kicked the Juana out, had a few men carry what was left of Rinko home. Could have been anything. Rinko doesn't know when to quit talking, and some of those Juana are real serious types. Far as I'm concerned, we owe the Storm Speaker for keeping the town in one piece. Don't mean I'd invite her people over for tea. Well, yeah. Think maybe Rinko wasn't expecting one of the Juana to know the game so well. He looked real nervous by the end. Well, no more than most. He's a hard man to like, let's say. Came here with the wife, an animancer. One of Odorisi's lot. The governor could tell you more there. Sure. Just hope you don't mean to dredge anything up again. Leave the feuding for the Blue Bloods. What else? It was the glory of my fighting years. The beast pulled nearly 7 full crews into its belly before it was brought down. I was at the helm that day, and for that, my captain gifted me one of the beast's eyes. My proudest moment and my dearest treasure. I would not part with it for all the world. We're full up. You aren't the first outsider to turn up looking for a place to stay after their ride off the island ended up at the bottom of the sea. Well, tell you what. I've got one room ought to have been cleared out by now. Only the occupants decided to outstay his welcome. Real trouble is, he hasn't settled his bill. He's a merchant captain by the name of Galleon. I've given him a fair chance, but he's been a right prick about the whole thing. I've got a spare key here. You chase him and his pals off, and the room's yours. At a discount. Ah, well. He's a prat, but he's not so tough. Smack him around if it comes down to it. But I figure a few sharp words ought to do the trick. What? No! I said chase him off, not kill my patrons. Now I'm not so sure about asking you, honestly. I appreciate it, truly. I'll have someone tidy the place up for you once you're through. Chances are they've spilled ale just about everywhere. I don't want the man dead, and that's not what I'm paying for. Just see him on his way and we'll call it done.
Consider it done.
Ah, a new face. You've heard, of course, that Norgund remains the most reliable and discreet supplier of mostly legitimate wares. Are you looking for something in particular? I am an honest merchant, sir. But I confess that the tools I supply have an unjustly sinister reputation. How my clients decide to use these items is not my responsibility, after all.
Don't remember ordering more drinks. Thought I'd locked that thing. You've got the wrong room. I know you company men like to wander in and plant the flag any way you please, but kindly wander back out again. Try not to slam the door on your way out, yeah? My head's going to pieces. Does he now? And what are you supposed to do about it? The governor's got all his guards on high alert, staving off the pirates.
So if anyone's going to be doing the throwing, it's going to have to be you. How about it, tough guy? Yeah, okay. I'm done. Come on, you lot. The crew of the Peregrine sails for brighter shores.
Already on it.
Still kicking, eh? What'll it be? Hey, good work. Times like these, I can't afford to keep on anyone who can't pay their tab. The second word got around, I'd have every pauper in the city on my doorstep. The room's yours if you want it, and for a job well done, here's your pay.
Juana ought to keep to themselves.
And when the next storm hits,
fresh
Race you
fish!
to the coral.
No contest.
What? Just because you have webbed fingers and I can't swim?
You are a strange man.
Here you find civilization, amigo. But outside these walls, the jungle will eat you alive. That is, unless you prepare yourself, ne? A wise and prudent decision.
Ado, begging your pardon for the mess, sir. We are still recovering from the storm. We have supplies here for the paying customer. Provisions for the road, perhaps? Have a look.
Nothing without more guards.
Yes? What is it I can do for you? What happened? I showed the drunken fool more patience and respect than he deserved, and he struck me without warning.
Sientere, Savia. You know that I was aiming for Darmo's pretty face.
Something you wanted? We lost no one to the storm, but many homes have been damaged, and the people are terrified of this giant the scouts reported. It is chaos, pure and simple, but things might have been far worse. We are stretched thin. The storm speaker did much to help, but much of the town has flooded. Now we are awash in homeless citizens and stranded merchants, to say nothing of the cultists out there. Now I have Ilari's people making trouble up on Gorechi Street. His little gang is looting everything they can get their hands on, and the Bozzo kicks up his heels like a prince.
Lucky for you that I'm around. I, humbly offer my services. Let me out and I will bring you this Ilari's teeth.
Shut it, Ruggieri. Kue, I cannot say it would not be welcome, but you are only recently arrived, and not I here by choice. Why do this? And you are a sensible man, I see. Fair enough. Gorechi Street is in the western part of town. Just walk until you hit water. We don't need a bloodbath. I'm sure there's a peaceful solution to resolve this. I'd appreciate your looking for it.
Ado, stranger. Or is it captain? You have the carry edge of a captain. A noble bearing all around. Apretta, you must free me. I am a creature of the sea. I am not meant for this dark place. I will dry and wither like a landed fish. I did no one any harm. I am at the Kraken's Eye so often Thorol should pay me. I sample every bottle for quality. My loyalty has given him heirs. I would have paid what I owed in time, had I the coin.
You walked out on a tab, Rigere. Nothing to boast of. And then you crawled up to the governor's estate, pissed on the steps, and resisted arrest.
Merla, I do not remember that at all. Right on the steps? I am sorry for the last. I tell you, Savia, I cannot help my magnificent reflexes. You were being very grabby. Do I know ships? He asks. I know every vessel on these waters, every one. From the galleon to the... every one of them, sir. You have enemies? These fists will drive them into the waiting arms of the sea goddess. You see how fate has brought us together? The ice-hearted guard, she has set my fine at 400 pyres. I have none. I flounder here until the debt is paid. A matter of coin. 400 beautiful coins. That or the key, yes? The door is the thing. The commander, she guards the keys like a jealous wife. It would take steady hands to slip it from her pocket. That is, if you have need of keys at all. You think me idle to ask this of you and do nothing? I have scratched, sir, a little mortar from beneath the bars at the window at every chance. The stonework, it is very strong. I can do nothing by hand. With tools, perhaps. With explosives, for certain. Norgund, in the Kraken's Eye, he carries many such useful items. All for legitimate use, of course. Animancers, they love explosives.
Keeping out of trouble? A little jest. What is it? Eccoci. Why should I do that? To show my appreciation for his aim? Rigeri is a drunk and a fool. Do not trouble yourself on his behalf. Something you wanted? Diverus? Well, good riddance to him. It's your coin to spend.
Agrasima, Captain. See you at your ship.
fight is mine.
Would you look at that?
Something must be wrong with my vision. No matter how much I blink, I cannot make out more than blurry lights in the darkness. But you are quite blinding. Pain. I came to help one of the traders gather her belongings. Then other men came. They struck me over and over. Is that why I cannot see? Dead? Oh, but this is terrible.
Let me ease this one's pain, Watcher. I sure do like it.
Not a problem.
Nothing but endless gray mist. This is not the afterlife I was promised. You seem to know where you are going.
Watcher, you're talking to a lost soul, aren't you? I'll just shine them the light real quick. Gotta wait in my lantern now. Almost feel like I can hear the soul when I jostle it around. With every soul, my lantern's getting heavier and heavier in my hand. I did, recently with you. You were walking the depths of the ocean, but you didn't drown. And in your hand, you gripped the key to Aora's end. I've seen stars wreathing a statue's brow, and souls flowing like tears over gleaming Audra. And then my god headed into the heart of the storm, where he could find the darkness. Tell me what's on your mind? We talking during the Saints' War, or after he died? Well, before he died, he was still Aethys as the majority of my brethren know him. Aethys embodied a human, and when that human got blown to bits, we all believed Aethys died. And I think a part of him did, the part he'd most closely woven into living flesh, the part that represented life, and rebirth after death. Which means the part of him that could have survived, that stormed across the Deadfire seas, was the side more aligned with obsidian, rot, and falling away. That which is death. I really only know what my folks taught me. Aethys embodied Saint Widwin, but during the war, he got blown to bits. That's the thing about human bodies. Eventually, they all gotta die. As the god of rebirth, of course, Aethys would be coming back. But where I differ from my family's view, and my High Priestess's view, is that I've studied the apotheosis of Gone. And I know all about the backside, the downward swoop, the death part of the cycle of life. Obsidian, rot, regrowth. What's gone can never be again. What comes back is changed. Always. Even if what comes back is a god. Then you mean gone. Sure, maybe my god still answers to Aethys as well. Why not? But Aethys died, and death requires change. He ain't what he was. Not in exactly the same way. That's why I think his other aspect, his darkness in the light, is what's burning brighter in him now. No need to fiddlefoot around. I'm listening. Reckon not. But I can't help but be a touch wayward. I don't take it too far. My ma caught me once necking in the merkberry stalks. And of course I fight. But I've not done much more than that. And I don't use the real ugly words. Sometimes the feelings, they just come tumbling right out of me. Gods darn it. I'm glad we talked.
Already on it.
To get this lost, amico, you must have been trying real hard. Ecosi, this is my street. That doesn't change after a little rain. That Storm Speaker, she didn't concern herself much with this place, did she? Me and my gang, we keep the peace here, and the locals pay their dues. Nothing here now but what they left behind. Merle, she must be desperate. Not so desperate as to come here on her knees to beg for herself, but she sent you. No, there's my answer. I get my cut. There's no sense in ruining a good thing. A favor? Merle, I should buy her dinner, maybe. Done. I'll do it. Bon piacco. Can't be too bad, having a commander in your pocket. Tell Xavier this isn't permanent. Second the water clears up and things are back to normal, we're through. I'll spread the word. Gorechi Street is under lawful protection now.
Keeping out of trouble? A little jest. What is it? Perfetto. He's a little shitne, but a lazy one. He will not cause trouble if he does not have to. Easier to work with a familiar face for the moment. I can deal with him later. So, we have one small part of Port Maje under control. A good start. Well, here you are, for your time. If I had 10 men like you, the whole of Port Maje would be set right within the week. Keeping out of trouble?
Not a problem.
Amura's winds blow sweet upon you.
I do not know you. You were looking for Kawa? Rinko? The Valian? You jest, Akira. I should have thrown him into the sea. He dares to call me a thief? What else? The Valians are fools. But Akawa wishes to trade, so we must be patient. We must save them from Nagate's storms, even when they ignore our advice. Ikawa told me I should see the tavern, speak with their people, learn patience. The trader Eophania, she taught me to play Valian cards. A simple game, but none would play with me in the tavern. Not until Rinko. I thought him kind until I proved the victor, and he grew angry. Until he stood in front of his kin and called me a Mataru of Satahuzi, a filthy islander and a cheat. For that, yes, I beat him. Why does this concern you? I am no thief. Do you mean to insult me? I am Mataru. I am the guard in Satahuzi. I defend this village. If I see fit to punish a man, it is my duty. I did not consider this. He is Kwaru. It is not in him to fight for the village. Perhaps I was impatient. Huh. Then here's what you came for, though it is an uneven trade. I will ask our chieftain to send a healer for that idiot Valian. Perhaps that will quiet his whimpering.
They told me what became of your ship. I say again that you are lucky. It is the only ship that survives. I could protect Port Maje, or else its ships, but not both. Perhaps Clario thinks I chose poorly. To a storm speaker, the storm is a friend, gentled by a word. And Satahuzi is blessed with several storm speakers. We were able to shield the village from much of the weather. Some of it is mere luck. Most of our canoes were here by the shore. We did lose one of our voyagers. It will take some work to replace it. Better than it may seem. Clario can be reasoned with, especially if one approaches him with coin in their pocket. He is not a cruel man. I suspect he might even enjoy life on the island if he were free of his masters. Akira, do not all people trade for the same reason? The Valians have brought us guns, medicine, wine, and food. Some of them we have even convinced to help with the canoes. My people have come to enjoy these things. The medicine has helped many of the children recover from fever. We gain from this peace. So long as Clario keeps his company masters away, we lose little. Yes, one of the old titans, say the priests. Andra is angry, though why, our priests do not know. I am only glad it has journeyed elsewhere. Aethys. Is it redemption you seek then? You risk much to chase a god across the sea. The Dawn Stars too wish to meet this god. What if he does not wish to be found? Yes, Wangati, Andra's realm, harbors many great beasts. They say the ancestors of the Kahanga tribe, and so their queen, hold pacts with such creatures. My priests wonder if this is her doing. Yes, I do not know. Most fled the sight of it, and Clario has provided little information. This was the subject of our argument. Perhaps he will tell you more. Yes, but it will take Clario's assistance. Convince him, and I will aid you. You are one of his people now. It falls on him to protect you.
consider it done. Already on it.